Having the festival here this year has been fantastic, seeing young people take to the stages, share stories of value and importance to them, and really see what they want to say about the world today. It's also a way of us connecting with playwrights who are writing interesting stories for young people. And many of them are people who've written for the Traverse over the years. So welcoming people like Tim Crouchback, Bryony Kimmings, Zara Sharawi, and Robert Softly Gale. I think for the Traverse's perspective, what we really want to do is just make sure that as many young people here in Scotland and around the globe have the sense of cultural agency, that theatres are spaces that they feel welcome in, that they can come into. So having the festival, having this manifestation of bringing our communities together, more of that is what we'd love to see. And obviously for the Traverse to continue its association with this amazing project.
I think it's incredibly important. It's important for me, theatre is a civic and communal space and should be used by the community, and they are part of the community, they're essential to the community, obviously. And I think it's great for them to understand that this is their space to use. The theatre isn't a space that you sort of come into. It's a space that they get to build and they get to be part of, and whatever capacity they want it to be, whether it's to gain skills or be more self-confident or even just to make friends. Like, this is what theatre is about. It's about coming together and telling stories and expressing yourself and maybe having a meal together, eating together, all these things that make us human.
I think, yeah, King Pepper Festival is really, to me, the really important part of Portsmouth Stories, because you're not just making a play that you're gonna put into the world and somebody somewhere might maybe put it on, you know, it's like a real sense of contribution towards something that you then get to see the impact that has on young people.
Hello everyone!
It's massively helped develop their confidence. I'd say with our play, they've put their own stamp on the production. So they've been involved in suggesting some of the movement stuff. They've got a little bit of a lift, so we're able to do a little bit of physical theatre. We've done a little bit of choral work, and like I said, it was more focused on them getting to do something as an ensemble, which they're just not really used to. So it allowed them to learn totally different theatre skills, but it also allowed them to develop their confidence and given them that opportunity to realise what theatre can say to the world, and that's what we wanted to push forward.
It's funny because you don't realise what it gives you until you come. And that's the thing, literally still, this morning we're coming on the train and the kids just had no idea. They're like, what? We're going to see performances and we're going to take part in workshops, and what does that even mean? And who's going to come? And you can't really explain the magic or how good it's going to make you feel, the connectedness, the understanding that we are this beautiful community of creatives, and we all have this idea that actually the theatre and the storytelling does make us understand ourselves better and understand the community better and understand the world.
I think what makes Positive Stories feel particularly unique and exciting is, first of all, you've got really brilliant playwrights writing for young people, and young people kind of being treated like performers in their own right because they're having work written for them as opposed to having to perform work that's written for adults. That's a huge element of trust, actually, is that young people can be brilliant performers in and of their own right. And I think the fact that there are so many different ways for groups to tackle a script, so you can perform it in a quite traditional and standard way, but you could also create an artistic response, an exhibition, make a film, and the fact that that continues for a little beyond the festival, I just think is really exciting and accessible to groups who maybe just need a bit more time.
As you said, like the further north you go, there's no drama provision, or not as much. So I feel like Wonderful's coming here is like just the start of it, encouraging it to go further north as well, which is really lovely because there's so many talented people in the Highland area that just get missed. So it's a forward trajectory.
Yeah, I also think that like in our practice we do we have a theatre company as well, which is Vivid Roots Collective, and we're about creating opportunities for emerging theatre makers in the area. So for us to be here and see that there is like an appetite for this kind of work, it's also really like affirming for us, and I really hope that the young people are being able to make those connections themselves.
Absolutely.
Robbie made a beautiful comment at the end of yesterday about how those connections that you make when you're that young can lead to professional connections in the future.
I think it has really encouraged young people as well to have a voice and to voice their opinion and to give young people a little bit of confidence and conviction in their own artistry. That was their goal, and I don't think I went in with that intention, but that sort of happened as we went along, and I think the 4 people that we've got are incredibly talented. So it was a great opportunity to be able to push them out of their comfort zone and probably create something that they've never been a part of before, which was really good.
As someone who's grown up in Perth all my life and come back here, it's so nice to see that the scene is starting to thrive and that young people are being listened to and noticed rather than youth theatre being something that is pushed off to the sides. It's been taken seriously with tech teams, producers, writers, actors, facilitators, and just turned into a beautiful weekend of positivity.
Yeah, it's really exciting to be able to give young people these cultural experiences that they might not necessarily get the opportunity to. You know, it's really important for us as a team to break down barriers to the arts. And so this has been a great opportunity to do that, to be able to give them a free, good quality festival on their doorsteps is really exciting. Yeah, and you know, a lot of the time these groups might perform on smaller stages in village halls or in studio theatres, but to be on the big stage, main stage, is a really exciting moment. When you see their faces and seeing that proscenium arch for the first time, it's really, it's just a brilliant thing to experience.
For Perth anyway, for PYT, it's been really important for them because a lot of the kids don't have anywhere they can go during the summer, and to be able to come in and do a 2-week intensive summer school, it's somewhere for them to go, it's somewhere where they feel safe, and it's somewhere for them to be able to express themselves. And I think it's been brilliant to be able to work on it for 2 weeks, but also the planning that's been going on behind scenes. And for me, being able to be a part of those festivals in the Trav and in Ayr has just been excellent, and it's been great for me to come in, having been at those and experienced those, and then come into them and really hype them up about the workshops and get them excited about the other shows. And they've just been so, can't think of another word other than humble. But yeah, it's been great. I thoroughly enjoyed it. And I think Positive Stories for Negative Times definitely has to have a season 4.